what the.
All right. We are live. Welcome, everybody. Jeff Hirsch here. I got David California and Drew Griffin with me in our Loud AF branded deck. I'm normally not in the colors of pink and purple and everything else, but it looks pretty good today. But I mean, I got the sticker on my laptop. People always ask me what that is. And we've been really working on some cool stuff behind the scenes. And let's start real quick for everybody that's on here as we get going. You should be able to see myself and David. Drew's hiding on camera today. Give me a yes or a no if you're in Loud AF, because if you're in Loud AF, we're going to show you something that's going to exponentially accelerate your success with it. If you're a no, we're going to show you something of you've been missing out, and this is your chance to get in and to really make a difference for yourself, because what you're about to see today is something that, to me, when I saw it, was, I hate using platitudes, but it's a game changer. Okay. David knows how much I hate using those words and seeing people. Yeah, this changes everything, all that bullshit. Okay. It does. It really does. Because it's overused by marketers, I don't use it. But in my company, in our brand, and I was telling David just before this, this was not planned. About 10 minutes ago, I get a monthly report, and today's the last day of the month, from one of our teams. And we had, on multiple companies and sites that I run or own or I work with for clients, every single one of them saw a boost this month. And we actually are seeing our highest traffic volumes to our sites across the board. And I'm going to show you today how Loud AF played a very integral part in that.
Yeah, same here, man. My personal Facebook profile, which I've been posting to like a madman with content created by Loud AF, we've reached over 250,000 people this past 30 days alone.
Give me a wow if that's impressive to you guys. Put a wow in the chat. I think what you call it, public chat. Yeah, put a wow in the chat if that's impressive to you guys. A 250,000, and that's not the people on this group. That's 250,000 new people. That's
right. Those are not people who follow me already. I mean, I only have like 3,000 followers, but I've reached 250,000 people who didn't know who I was beforehand.
Yeah, and then David started it, and typical. I'm slow. I'm like a turtle. When I do these things, David went out, proved it, and then showed it to me. And then like 2 weeks later, I finally got my team on it from there. But we're going to show you my growth as well. We actually took screenshots. It was yesterday or last night. I sent David some screenshots of mine. He's going to show you his as we go through. And if you really, truly want and have the intention to grow your agency, your brand, or in my case, your client's brand, you can actually use Loud AF, and we're going to show you an automation add-on that you're going to be able to basically remove yourself completely if you want, or from the majority of the equation from there. In my company, I have staff members that do this. So I gave it to them. I gave it to the guy that works under me as one of my clients. And I forget what he said. I wish I probably should have taken that as a screenshot. He was like, dude, this like just saves me hours a week of work. Somebody said, if Hershey's a turtle, it must be very slow, snail. Oh, and yeah, well, I mean, I'm a turtle. I call myself a middle adopter. Okay. I wait for somebody else to do it and prove it. And usually you guys see what?
Usually me.
Yeah. Actually, usually David. David, I call David's like my test bed. Like I don't know. He's my R&D. I probably owe him credit on that. He goes, hey, check this out. I'm like, all right, cool. Right. And then all of a sudden I start seeing it. And he's like, dude, did you do this yet? I'm like, no. He's like, get the fuck on it. And I'm like, okay. And we'll do it. Or he shows me something and it's interesting. Like, put a C in the chat if you've heard about Claude Code and MCPs and all the automations that all the marketers are talking about out there. Because if you're on Facebook, the guys that were selling NFTs 2 years ago that were doing Bitcoin. They're now on Claude, and they're all on Claude, OpenClaw, and all this other stuff. And guess what? They ain't doing crap with it. They're just talking and hyping or building their own system or doing things. Here's why I love Dave. I love Drew too, but here's why I love Dave. Because David went out there and he actually found a useful way to use Claude code. And not only did he find a useful way to do it, and I just started using Claude like 2 weeks ago, Mark. I've had it, but not at this level. David went out and actually used it and implemented it in a way that ties directly into Loud AF. And it actually is helping us in our company, and it's now going to help you and your agencies. And if you're a part of this, you guys are going to be blown away by it. If you're not part of Loud AF, by the end of this call, you should be, because you're not going to want to miss out on what we're going to show you. We now create thought leadership. Okay. That is how people pay attention to you. That's how you get booked for speaking engagements. This is how other companies reach out to you and go, how can we hire you? And it converts on autopilot for me, for David, and we'll show you what it did for Drew for this week in a little bit. It keeps you visible. It keeps you consistent. It keeps you credible, and you don't have to rely on any willpower. Now, you used to have to log in and sort a couple things. We removed that part from the equation. So let's go back for the folks that have not heard about Loud AF. We'll do a quick little summary of what Loud AF is. Okay. Big picture is amplified frequency. You want to get Loud AF about your business, who you are, what you do. And you don't need to be thinking about how you're going to be creating this content. Okay. Because if you're not posting on a regular basis, and now we're going to show you the proof and the results behind this. This is not, hey, we thought up a thing and we're selling you an idea of how you can make extra X amount per month BS. If you're not posting on a regular basis across these accounts, you're invisible. Okay. Now it says April 20, it says in 2026, right? We're April going into May tomorrow. Your market, especially going into summer, this is where people start to pay attention. They wake up for the next 60 to 90 days. This should be a sprint for you of how many times you can be posting, getting ideas and content so that you can grab those customers and survive the summer. And then when fall hits, you are so established that the folks that meant to talk to you are banging down your door in September and October. Okay. You need to be showing up in your market's feed, because if you're not, somebody else is. And they're earning the trust signal. Okay. That is a huge word in my company right now. How many eyeballs can I get, and how do I earn their trust with the right signals? If you are not posting, if you're staying silent, you are just become irrelevant. Okay. We talked about this in the Loud AF webinar, being silent. And I've done this for a long time. So I'm not above any of you when we're talking about this. Okay. You're safe from judgment. Other people's posting stupid stuff or comments, or hey, well, wait, we'll do this, but we're going to do this a little bit down the road. That stops today. All right. Because we're going to make you loud, because silence, it removes you from consideration, because they don't see you. They don't remember you. You don't stand out. It hands the authority to your competitors, and that will compound day after day. Now, it is not about content. And we're going to prove to you that it's not about content, because we're posting and we're getting authority and adding trust signals. We're not posting mind-blowing stuff every day, but here's what we are doing. We are posting every single day. Now, we talk about founders here. You could be a software founder, an agency founder, right? Most people think they have a content problem. I don't know what to post, right? The real problem is that you aren't consistent in your business. And just like the gym, okay? If you don't have a hard schedule, if you don't set this up, you are not doing it. Willpower is not a strategy at all in this. And like I talked about with Loud AF, authority is, was that you, David?
That was me. Sorry about that.
All right, okay. I'm like they can't unmute, right? Authority is no longer claimed. Okay. You can't just say I'm the guy. You can't be the best kept secret in your town. It is observed through consistent presence. Okay. That makes you credible, makes you remembered, and then you're the one that gets chosen. It also makes the sales process easier because they already trust you from there. And if you're not consistent on a regular basis, you disappear from there. And you don't need to be the smartest person in the room. You don't need, and I have this because I compete with thought leaders in the industry where the only thing they care about is that they are a quote unquote thought leader and they're the first to report things. And it doesn't matter. Okay. It is about being consistently present. So if anything from this presentation, get over yourself. Okay. I have the same imposter syndrome that each and every one of you do. And you're probably like, well, Jeff, you seem confident, when you talk. Yeah, because I know what I'm talking about, but I'm always concerned of like, well, what if so-and-so from this company and who owns this content and blog sites like, oh, well, no, that's wrong. Well, guess what? He just gave me credibility and authority, whether he agrees with me or not. Okay. This isn't reserved for the brilliant people or the folks that are, diving in the latest, greatest. We're marketers. So we tend to look at stuff well before the general population does, before business owners do. And the rate that AI is changing right now and implementation of AI is changing right now, I can tell you one of my staff went to a major insurance conference in Nevada, and actually in Vegas 2 weeks ago. And he came back, he's like, I didn't realize how far ahead of the industry we are. I'm like, yeah. He goes, they're talking about stuff that we were doing a year ago, and they don't even have our stuff on the roadmap for a year, 18 months. So you don't need to be smarter. You guys are already smarter just by being part of the groups and the communities than probably 99% of the business owners and the folks that are out there. So if you could show up every day and be consistent, you now will be positioned as the expert in your niche from there. And we want you to end the endless cycle of failure where you start, you get motivated. That motivation fades, you get busy, you take a day off because something's happening, or you are busy, something in life happens, and then all of a sudden you stop for a couple of days, and then you forget, and then the cycle starts over again. You got to get remotivated. Okay. We're going to show you how to remove that. Okay. It happens to every single person on this call. We are just like you. Dave and I are stay-at-home dads, essentially, right? Working on this. We do the drop-offs, we do the pickups, we do the sports, all of that stuff. And we're still working in our business and growing it. Now, some of you have 9 to 5s. Some of you might be watching this on break or on your phone at work, okay? We're going to show you how you can be working a 9 to 5, doing this or whatever you want to do as an agency or a product creator or a founder as a side hustle, but still remain consistent, because we're going to automate something for you today that's going to be mind-blowing. All right. So we want to break the cycle. We've created a system that runs literally without you. Like, put a me in the chat if you would like a system that would just run on autopilot without you. Okay. Where either you have to just approve or you just let it go. Okay. Just like the Frozen song, Let It Go or Let Snow, whatever it is. I don't know. It's been quite a few years. Somebody put a yes in the chat. Me said Mark. Okay, cool. You guys can all see that as we go. All right. We're going to help you guys break the cycle because we know usage stats in Loud AF. And this is one of our heaviest used applications, but we want to bump that up. And instead of just creating some new thing out there and selling a different product, we improved the one that we had for ourselves and we're showing it to you. And we've been testing this. So this isn't like, hey, we just released it yesterday and you guys get it today like most folks in your industry. See, we're going to set this up so that you have a self-running infrastructure system that produces and publishes your thought leadership, whether or not you're thinking about it. Okay. It's a weapon system. Yes, absolutely.
I like that.
Yeah. It is a content weapon system. I try not to use that right now because of the last 2 months, but yes, it is a content weapons system. Because as of today, you guys can tell I'm super excited about this. Okay. My team has been using this behind the scenes and they're like, oh my Lord, this is great. The content can run without you. Okay. You now, as of today, can create thought leadership level material, which means that it positions you as the expert on any topic, in any niche, in any industry. And we're going to show that to you as a bonus here at the end on autopilot. Okay. We just rolled out a major update. And I love saying this. It changes everything. That's David's favorite line. This changes everything. You guys don't have to worry about going and sitting and figuring out what's on TikTok, what the favorite trends are, or anything like that. We're going to do it for you. You don't have to worry about writing. You don't have to worry about even doing a daily review if you don't want to, but it takes 30 seconds to go in and approve and post if you want. That's what my team does. Or you can run it on complete autopilot if you want. You literally do not have to do anything from this point forward. And yes, it's your thought leadership, and it's not AI generic crap, Bob. Don't worry about it. And I don't think you said crap, but I did. Okay. Posting every single day. That will grow your audience. Dave got in front of 250,000 new people in the last, 30 or 60 days, or maybe 90, right?
30 days.
30 days, 250,000 people. Like, that's mind blowing. Okay. No one else is going to share that kind of stuff with you guys in our industry because they don't know how to do it. They're just going to create you a small little crappy tool and try to sell it to you from there. If you could do these 4 steps, okay, 4 steps to success. As I go through them, if you can do them, put a 4 in the chat for me. We're going to take you from invisible to completely visible and a thought leader in 4 steps. It's simple. It's fast. It's easily done. Okay. Number 1, you're going to connect the system. Okay. You should already be doing this because you're loud AF. Okay. For most of you, you're already in here. Okay. Connect the system. LinkedIn, Facebook, X, right? Takes under 5 minutes to set up. You guys all should already have it. Tons of 4s coming in. Can you answer 5 to 10 quick questions with your, and this is for you, Bob, with your expertise, your opinions, your angles, your positioning, right? That's the intelligence that is going to power your voice, Bob, your voice to everybody else that's on here that's wondering, can I make it my own? Yes, you're not repurposing our stuff. You're going to be creating your own content from there. Put the 4 in the chat if you can do that. Okay. The system. Now, once you've answered those questions, every single day we'll go out there and create you content in your tone, in your voice, in your perspective, and it will help establish authority for you in your niche. Remember, you're no longer silent. You're consistent and you're present. Yes, Terry, you can sell this to clients as well. Actually, one of the folks that I talked to, the one that was in Nevada, is actually one of my clients. Okay. I gave it to him, gave it to Malik, and he was just like, Jeff, this is the greatest thing ever. Right. Because he actually has to post for 2 different company sites. He's got to do all their content, blogs. This does the majority of the work for him. He looks like a superstar getting paid a significant amount a month for that job that he actually is in, an actual W-2 job for that company. And he looks great using our tool. You can set it where you approve the content, or if you're busy and you trust the first couple posts, they match what you're looking for. What if you just set it and forget it? How many of you would love to have thought leadership go out for you every single day without even having to think about it, right? This is the whole, we talk about making money while you sleep, right? And billing and rebills and things come in. Now you're creating thought leadership, which is going to work on autopilot for you and automatically post from there. We're going to go from invisible to visible in 4 easy steps. Go ahead.
Listen, Jeff's being nice about this. The bottom line, guys, is that
I'm being nice. Wow. Okay.
well,
yeah.
Most of the small agency owners that I know and I talk to all the time do not promote themselves, what they do, and how they can help people online, on social, at all.
Yep. And by the way, look, I am 100% guilty, just like every single one of you. Dave is like, Jeff, you got to do it. I'm like, oh, like I don't want to do it. I'm just as guilty. And so
just guilty here of not even. There's a lot of you who have had access to Loud AF for the past 4 or 5 months who haven't even logged in.
Give me the laughy, cry face emoji, that little guy, if that's you too, because I know that a lot of you look up to us, right? You look up to me as an agency owner, you look up to Dave and Drew. We're guiding you through. I lead by example. I teach over the shoulder. I show you guys real client stuff and exactly what we're doing. If I'm the guy that is also struggling with this or had struggled with this, guess what? I know that each and every one of you have too. Okay. So yeah, so there we go. We got a bunch of folks on this call that are doing that. Okay.
The bottom line is you just got to be more visible. You've got to be louder about what you do, what your skill set is, your knowledge, and how you can help people. And over time, this is a long game. This does not like I, post a couple times this week and God, no one reached out to me for a meeting. This doesn't work. That's nonsense and bullshit. Like you've got to do this consistently.
Yeah.
And if you do that, good things and momentum starts to happen. If you ignore it, sorry, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. So the good things that start to happen are you get, and Drew will talk about this here in just a little bit, you get noticed, you get invited. So this is what happens when you get loud AF. Okay. Drew, we'll talk about this marketing workshop here in a little bit. We're going to do it during our demonstration. This week, just, I don't know, a couple of days ago, he actually was doing an AI marketing workshop in front of about 30 to 50 people. So if 40 people attended, okay, this workshop, you can see the picture in the room. Drew's presenting on AI. Imagine the interest that he has sitting here. Now, you don't have to go and be a presenter. You'd sell Reviewly, you could sell widgets. I don't care what you sell. You need to get noticed.
Yep.
Drew likes doing live presentations, right? He likes doing this stuff. So he checks the box of being successful because he was loud AF, and he's been doing this year after year. But guess what? Now he's being invited more and more often.
The real story behind this, Jeff, is that Drew has been posting continually, consistently, and this particular Chamber of Commerce has been watching. And I think, if I could be wrong, Drew, correct me, they had some sort of cancellation in terms of somebody presenting at the chamber that day, and they reached out to you because they've seen you creating educational content about AI and local marketing over a period of time.
100% the truth.
Cool. All right. Who wants to see a demo of what we've built? Actually, what Dave built. I can't say we. What Dave built and how you guys put demo in the chat if you guys want to see the demo of this. And then Dave, I'm going to hand you over the screen. Got me's and yeses. Okay, cool. I'll take that as a demo from there. And then while we're doing this demo, we're going to have some times where like the system's running behind the scenes. During those times, Drew's actually going to walk you through what he was able to do and go from there. There he is. What's up, Drew? Do you have your Loud AF hat on? Is that a Loud AF hat today?
No, man. I got my melon hat on this today.
Oh, come on, man. All right. I still don't have my hat, by the way. All right. So, Dave, let's walk them through how you built this, what you built, how it ties into Loud AF, how it's actually native in Loud AF, and how we've removed all the hurdles for them.
Awesome. Let me know.
I see your screen. We're good, man.
I've got to do entire screen here because I got to share apps and other stuff too. So that you can see that's large enough for you. You're good.
Yeah, we're good. No, we can see it. So
cool. So just to show you, some of the numbers here too. This is over the past April 2nd to April 29th. I reached 220,000 people. All right. Now, Jeff, I would say okay, that's great. You've reached a lot of people, but what's interesting is the people that I've reached are not people who knew about me previously, not people who followed me. And over time, if you do this continually, you start to grow an audience, you start to grow a following, right? So this is really, really interesting. And it's not that difficult to do, right? You can even just we'll go look at my, my feed here. And it's really simple stuff. Now, all of this is created by Loud AF.
My team's doing the exact same thing in 4 different companies.
Mm-hmm.
And none of this is new. This is something we showed you guys when we released Loud AF, but this implementation piece is the final piece to the puzzle. Look, they've got almost 4,000 views, right? We'll give you the marketer's 4,000 here. You're 58 short, but this is 4,000 views. And then you earn 4 cents. So like Dave's making money off of posting. Woohoo. Right.
Woo-hoo.
But you're seeing reach, and you're seeing, look at this one right here.
No, that one didn't do as well. You know, like it.
Only 500 people saw it. Oh, yeah. Boo. Yeah.
You know, it just goes on and on and on.
Yeah. And then you're posting real world stuff too, right?
Yeah. So, mixing it together for sure.
Yep. And then I gave you some of my screenshots yesterday. You want to pull up mine? I want to show you guys what trajectory looks like with this as we go.
I don't have yours loaded in here, but maybe when I stop screen sharing, we can share those also.
Okay, cool.
But that's just kind of the gist of it. And to kind of show you like what really works well right now are these two types of formats. So these threaded posts like this, right? So it's I'm making a statement, or there's a hook within. This is not even an image. This is just using Meta's. You paste your text in and choose one of the colored backgrounds. That's all that is. And then, the emoji or the finger pointing down. And then what I do is teach something or show something or show a process or give a listicle, whatever it happens to be for that post. But you teach or educate right within the thread here. So step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, step 5. And then I have a call to action at the end. These types of posts work really, really well in terms of creating engagement. And Meta seems to like these types of posts, and they tend to feed them within the feed to people who perhaps might be interested in the topic that I'm talking about here. And then on top of that too, my other favorite type are these carousel posts. They perform really well. They create a lot of engagement, and Meta also seems to like to share these. Okay. And you can click, and then you can kind of just go through.
And these are hotter on Instagram for me, the carousels. Yeah. Instagram loves carousels. And we post on my Jeff Hershey page. We post on my Reviewly page every day. I can't give you my clients' names, but we post on theirs as well. So there's like 5 different pages that we're posting to right now using this strategy.
All right. So that's just like a look into what we're doing, how we're using it. We are getting tons of traction right now from being consistent. And with that being said, Jeff, being consistent can be hard. It's not easy, even when you're using a tool like Loud AF, because you do have to log in and use the platform to create content. Some people might do it for a week, and then they get sidetracked and they don't come back for a month, and then that doesn't do you any good.
Nope.
Doesn't do you any good. So just to give you a quick once over for those of you who don't know what Loud AF is, or maybe for those of you who do but haven't really paid attention since you became a member, I'll give you a quick once over here. What the power in Loud AF is the ability to have content about your industry, your niche, what you're good at, the things that you're interested in or your audience is interested in at your fingertips. Okay. So that is this top section here. It's called the Discovery Lab. And this is where you can load in all of the different content from around the web that you can use to create your own content with. Okay. So the first one is feeds. You can load in things like RSS feeds. You can search for RSS feeds. You can create a feed out of a Facebook page or a Facebook group. So if there's a Facebook group that you're a part of where there's a lot of great content being shared, you can create a feed of what's happening within that Facebook group and then use that content within Loud AF to create your own unique content. It's kind of the same thing with LinkedIn. YouTube, you can pull in content from YouTube channels. And one of my favorites right now is Substack. There is a ton of great content on Substack about marketing, about AI, tons. So if you haven't checked out Substack, go there and check it out. Do a search for the stuff that you're interested in, and I can guarantee you're going to find a lot of great content. So what you want to do is come in and kind of fill this up with all of the feeds of content from around the web that you find interesting or is relevant to what you do or what your industry is or what your audience or your clients' audiences are interested in. Okay. So you can kind of go through here, and then if you click into one of these, this is a Substack for Sabrina Romanoff, who's a big influencer in the AI space. Click in here, and then you can see all of the different Substack articles that she is posting and sending out will end up right here within Loud AF. So I can go through and I can view this one. If I can read through it, if it's something that I think is interesting, I could then come back and say, hey, I want to use this in one of my content engines. Okay. And I'll get into those in a second, but it's just as easy as that. So those are feeds. Short form video is another great form of content that you can use to create more content. So what's a big topic right now? Claude. We're going to be talking about Claude today. So you just type in a search term here, and Loud AF is going to go out and scrape TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Reels for top performing posts that use this keyword term. So we'll hit that. It takes a second.
Yeah. So while it's doing that, what it's going to do is it's going and it's grabbing that thought leadership level style content. It's going to find the most viral clips, the ones that are specifically in that niche, and you can sort by relevancy, total views, total likes, things like that. So you can find the ones that you like and then decide from there. Now, this is what we taught originally, right? It's going to go out there and you get to pick and go through. Somebody just said Substack is great for great library of information. Yeah. Dave, we actually connect to Substack as well. Dave loves Substacks for his content, and you can see it's now just pulled in. Would you sort by the most recent? So now you can see the most recent ones from there. Let's go with the ones that are like, some of the highest engagement, Dave. So you can find ones that are some of the most viral or the most best engagement, and you can pull content from here and then repurpose it as your own, in your own voice, without worrying about copyright or anything like that, because you're just generating the random idea. And by the way, this is exactly how everybody gets content. There's very little original thought leadership because there's only so many original thoughts out there. People are just repurposing the idea. You take the hook, use the same hook, and then make it your own. You could adjust the hook, right? There's so many different things that you can do.
Yeah. So check this out. So I just picked this video randomly. I haven't listened to it, so I don't know whether it's great for content or not. But you open it up. If you think it's something that could be useful in terms of what information or what content is there, you can then choose to use it in one of our content engines. So say I wanted to make one of those threaded posts that I just showed you. You just click on it, open this up, and just click thread. What happens now is Loud AF goes and pulls the transcript from that video, right? Pulls it in. And now you just do next step. And you can choose the type of thread. Do you want to do like how-to steps, listicle style, have a story arc, controversial take, whatever it happens to be. We'll just do listicle as an example. Hit next. Then you can choose what platform you want to make it for. How many threaded parts do you want to have? We'll do 5. You can choose the voice and tonality. We'll do authority, and then hit generate thread. And then after about 5 or 10 seconds, you're basically done. It's so awesome.
Yeah. So if you're brand new to this is going to be one of those things where you're like, all I have to do is click a few buttons and it generates everything. Or this is a refresher for a lot of you that probably have it and have been sitting on it, right? This is your reminder to take it off the shelf, dust it off, and remember how powerful this tool really is. Dave's got 250,000 views. I don't have that many. I probably have 10%, maybe 20% of what he has. But if you look at my trajectory, it's literally just, I'm climbing the mountain at this point with viewership on my different accounts because of this.
So there we go. There's our thread. Now you can go through this. You can regenerate, any one of these slides here. But once you get it set, you come down, just hit next, and look at this. Like this is the image. This is the text with the black background, right? Copy that, you paste it in, and then here's the thread. So you can just click copy, it copies all of them, and you just paste it into the first comment. And you can even put like emojis that add the number. So it kind of keeps it organized and it makes it spatially easy to read when somebody opens that comment. And that's it. You can even save this to a library if you want. So if you want to save this, maybe you want to use it again, or maybe you're not going to post it right now and you want to come back to it, just hit save. And then, this ends up right here in your content library. You can open that up and reuse it. So really, really simple in terms of the short form video stuff. There's tons of great content here that you can use and repurpose to create your own content that your audience is going to be interested in. You can also use Reddit trends. So this thing goes out and will search Reddit.
I'm big on Reddit right now. Yeah. I'll tell you guys this. I've got some Reddit propaganda. We're seeding, we're following up, we're asking questions, all of that stuff, because Reddit is huge for AI SEO. Like if you have not been studying or looking at AI SEO, there's a couple of big things you can do. Reddit is a main source because it's publicly accessible and it's easy. And if you can grab off of Reddit, which you now know that major companies and brands are using this content to help with their company and their business, you can repurpose that content for yourself.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's powerful. So you can type in a search term. It will go find subreddits with that search term, and then you can filter through them: most comments, most upvotes, most recent, best engagement. And then you can find one that maybe seems interesting to you. You can also click the pop-out button here and actually go look at that subreddit and read through it if you want to, but hit extract. And this gets pretty interesting.
Yeah, somebody just said kills writer's block. It was Drew. Learn more about Reddit. Yeah, you do, but here's the deal. 3 years ago or 2 years ago, I was trying to create thought leadership, and I was told by somebody I was paying $3,500 a month for, well, just go make videos for me every day, walk around the house. I was like, when you're walking around outside, I'm like, so I have to go outside for a walk to create content. Do you want to talk about somebody that is very disciplined and motivated, still couldn't get it done? This removes all of those issues.
Yeah, absolutely. So once you kind of go in and extract, it kind of gives you a strategic overview or brief of what that subreddit is all about and kind of the conversations within there. So it gives you like the core debate, why this matters for general businesses. Now you can relate this in the first step. You can put like the type of niche you're looking to relate this to, and it will adjust this. But then you can come down and it will recommend some of our content engines that would work well with this type of content, or you can have a chat with our AI strategist that will help find this for your particular, industry or niche. So, what's like an ROI focused, there we go. So it'll kind of work with you to kind of come up with an angle. Then you can choose to use that within one of our content engines. So that's really the big, beautiful part of Loud AF, is having all that content at your fingertips. And as Drew mentioned, that blank page problem is gone. I'm sure you guys have all felt that. You're like, all right, I want to post on social about marketing. Well, I don't know what the hell to write about.
Yeah. So like, how do you come up with an idea 20 days a month? Like you look, unless that's your only thing and you're a copywriter, which none of us are, right? None of us on this webinar are, you're just never going to do it. So we need to remove that barrier to entry.
Yep. Now we've got a ton of great tools in here in terms of content engines. I don't really want to take the time to go through them all now, but the other big one I want to show you, which is really cool, is the carousel maker, because those posts work really well. They create a lot of engagement, but they can be a pain in the ass to create on a consistent basis, right? So we're in our feeds here. This is my feed for Social Media Examiner, Intro to Claude Cowork. That was their last post, I guess. And what I can do is I can come in and I can say, hey, I want to make a carousel out of this content. Select carousel, pulls in the entire transcript, right? We hit create carousel. Watch how easy this is.
So this is what my staff does every day. They go in there, and carousels are one of the biggest things for us. And Instagram has said, and it's proven by stats, that these are the most rewarded pieces of content by the algorithm. So the carousel maker is pure gold inside of Loud AF.
Yeah. So the first step is you want to choose your hook. Like that's like the first image in the carousel, right? So you choose one. You can regenerate them using different styles if you want to, but choose one here, select it, hit continue. Now it gives you like the content for each slide. Again, you can go through these, you can edit them if you want to, you can refine them, you can add more slides, but we hit continue and look at that. Just like that. Slide 1, slide 2, slide 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can change the color schemes here. You can play around with some settings like use a different font. You can choose some different layouts. It's all very adjustable, but that's it. Like now we hit continue, gives you kind of an overview to go through, hit continue again. Now you can also have it create the post captions for you, actually the text in the post. So we'll hit yes. And it's going to take care of that part of it for us also. And I'll show you the last step here once this finishes, and then we'll kind of get on to the new features, which I know you're all waiting for. We had to give some context about what the tool is all about first.
Dave, I just got an email. Remind me to share what this email is about at the end of this call.
Sure.
And it has to be relevant to what we did to get notice from Loud AF.
Awesome. I will. So here's it creates it for LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and X. You can choose the one that you want, but basically hit continue. You can download these. So boom, check this out. Adds them all in one zip folder, all in order. Look at that. You just take them. You can just drag and drop into Facebook, or we've got native scheduling built into the tool. Also, scheduling with high level and metrical and Blotato. So if you just choose social accounts here, it's going to pull in those images. As you can see, it's got all the images loaded in right down here in order. You choose what platforms you want to post this to. You choose which version of the post captions you want to use. And you can either schedule it for a later time or just post it right now. So easy, right? Really, really simple. That blank screen issue is gone with. And there's infinite amount of content that you can create from content that already exists on the internet that talks about your niche, your industry, or whatever your customers and clients are going to be interested in, Jeff.
Yeah, it's perfect. All right, Bob can't wait any longer. Can we show some of the automations? He wants to automate what we just saw. So look, we made this perfect. We have teams. Somebody asked about teams. Yes, you can add, team members and VAs and things like that. We're not get too far into that. That's all stuff that we covered in the original, some of the trainings and stuff like that. So yes, you can add teams, but this is a great tool. It is in itself right here. Something that will make you loud. It removes most of the hurdles from there. But as a lot of you said, this is great. I just haven't used it. I'm not consistent with it. We see usage, right? In the dashboard. We know who's using, we know who's not, we know who's posting, we know who's not. And when a couple change, because remember, AI moves extremely fast right now. Okay. And we do our best to keep up with it, but not also create garbage just because AI is out there. So what Dave has done is he's actually connected Loud AF with Claude in a very as easy as it can get for us as users to come in here and automate what you just saw, right? If you want to automate, give me an A in the chat or give me like the two little hands up thing. If you want to automate everything you just saw so it just runs every day. Yes, you can post multiple times per day. So put an A in the chat for automate. And then Dave, let's walk them through what the MCP is. And then let's go from there. All right. A's coming in. Yep.
Yeah. So MCP stands for Model Context Protocol.
I don't even know that. I don't care.
Really what this is it's a new age type of API connection that allows you to connect an app like LoudAF to an app like Claude or ChatGPT. And those tools, Claude or ChatGPT, will be able to actually use LoudAF on your behalf. It's really freaking wild that it will automatically just understand how to use the software. And it's really easy to set up. So I'm going to kind of take you through this briefly here. Next week, we just released this, so I don't even have documentation yet. I have some documentation, but next week I'm going to run a live call where I take you through this entire process slowly and answer questions and do all those things.
We're doing the fancy sales version today. How's that?
Yeah. I'm just going to kind of give you the brief once over here. Okay. So if in LoudAF, if you go to your account settings, which the button's up here in the upper right-hand corner, goes to your settings page, you're going to see this tab here for MCP. Okay. Now I'm going to show you this using Claude, and you're going to need to use the Claude desktop app to do this. So you don't want to download the Claude desktop app. And I'll take you through this process.
We'll do this on the live training to show you how to connect it all and make sure Dave's just going to show you how it works.
Yeah, exactly. So you want to be on the co-work tab here. Okay. And when you're on co-work, you're going to go to customize. Okay. Then you're going to go to connectors. All right. So connectors are ways like basically they're MCP servers. So there's a lot of tools here like connectors that Claude allows you to connect to. These are all like official connectors from
integration partners.
Yeah. Yep. But we're not in their marketplace, but you can still connect LoudAF. So you hit the plus sign, you hit add a custom connector. Okay. And it's going to open up this little modal here. Let me go back into LoudAF. And what you want to do is come in and generate an API key. We'll just call this live call demo, generate the key. Now, we've tried to make this as simple as possible for you, especially I know a lot of folks are not like super technical.
And that's what the live call is going to do. We're going to walk you through and answer all that question.
Really, all you want to do is just come in and copy this URL right here. Copy this, and then I come back into Claude. Let's give it a name. Just call it LoudAF. And then I'm going to paste that link that has our API key in it here, okay? And just hit add.
How many people could do that? Every single person in this chat should be able to give us a thumbs up or the little celebration horn thing and tell us like you can do that. There's nothing here. I know people get like scared about like you get this weird thing that you think it's bigger and badder than it really is. All you did was click a few buttons and copy paste. That's it. That's how easy this is.
That's it. So now, as you can see, it automatically pulled in all the endpoints it has access to within LoudAF. Now what I'm going to do is actually, I'm going to click always allow for all these endpoints so you has access to them all. Because if you don't, when you start using it, like everything you do, it's asking you for permission in order to take an action. That's good sometimes, but for
Tim already did it while he's on the call.
What's that?
Tim did it. He's already setting it up.
Good. That's awesome. Now, but this is the easy part. And I'm going to show you the next part, which is also easy, but which is really the power in all of this. Okay. So we're now connected via MCP to LoudAF. Okay. The next part here is I've created a skill that I'm going to give to all of you who join us here. Okay. This skill is meant, let me just run you through it. Okay. So a skill is kind of like a set of custom, very, very detailed custom instructions that Claude will follow.
It's a recipe.
It's a recipe. It's a better way to put
There
it.
you go. This is the recipe of how to cook content and make it perfect. You love medium rare, you're getting medium rare. You want a well done steak, don't come to my steakhouse. Right?
Yep.
That's what it's going to do.
Yep. That's it exactly.
This is the Michelin star recipe for content. There you go.
Yep. So hit the. I'm on skills. I'm going to go hit the plus sign here. I'm going to click create a skill, and I'm going to upload it. So it's a file that I have on my computer somewhere. Oh, there it is, right here.
Look at that. Good job.
So there we go. It's loaded it in. It's called the Daily Content Engine.
There you go. It's basically the sound is Loud AF. And this is what we've done and uploaded into our system as well. So I know this works because I've got 4 people on it.
It's an
Literally 4 people.
Insanely detailed prompt. Okay. So now that that's loaded in, I'm going to go back here. Okay. I'm going to go to, I'm on Claude Cowork now, not the regular chat, not Claude Cowork. I'm going to click new task, which I'm on already here. So hit the plus sign. I'm going to choose skills. And where is it here? Daily
Content Engine. One up from where you're at. There you go.
And I've selected that skill that I just loaded in. And all I'm going to do is hit enter. Claude's going to read the skill and it's going to run me through an onboarding process.
Now, with Claude, this is hyper accelerating everything that you'd be doing over 30 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes. And the one painful thing for me is like, I expect AI to be instantaneous, right? It does do some thinking and go through. As you can see, it's telling you what it's doing is it's going through and setting things up. So now it's going to come back and it's going to start asking Dave questions to make sure that that daily content matches his voice, what he's trying to go out with, and go from there. So there you go. Whatever that was really good to see. Look, it's your first time running it. It's doing all the work and stuff like that. So pull up all your info. It tells Dave, I know what social accounts you're connected to. Which ones do you want? So like, look at this. It's actually prompting you through the process. It's running the recipe and telling you now turn on the oven. Right?
Yeah.
So Dave, where do you want to post?
Yeah. So so this skill and the connector for Loud AF, the MCP, can actually go read and see what's in my account. So it knows I have my Facebook page and my Instagram connected, right? So now this is totally personal preference, but I don't like to actually have it automatically schedule the content for me because I like to just take a look at it first. But you can actually do that. You can have Claude actually schedule the content for you automatically if you want to. So I just want to save it to my library.
Yeah. So now if you want to just save it to your library, you can now authorize each of these accounts. And Dave can't spell, so we're gonna see how it does. I do this all the time. I leave the typos in there. So
me too. All right. So got it. Like library only, no scheduling to accounts. This keeps things simple. But if you want to, guys, you can have it actually schedule or post for you automatically. You can always connect accounts and start later. What's your industry or niche? So I run a local digital marketing agency, and I help small to medium-sized businesses implement marketing strategies, and I also educate them on how to use AI within their businesses. So you can actually use this for your clients too, and you would just talk about what your client's niche or industry was.
Yep. And now you look like you're posting every day for that business, that gym, that dentist, whatever it is. And all you've done is just let Claude set this up and automate it. And then they can either go in and you can get the approval, or you can just then turn it on autopilot from there.
Exactly. Okay. So see here, who are you trying to reach? Your ideal audience, customer, who should this content attract? So I'm trying to reach small business owners who are looking to increase their business and revenue via better marketing strategies. I'm also looking to reach small business owners who are interested in implementing AI within their small business.
There you go. So now it's going to mold that content based on what you just said.
Describe the voice. So friendly and authority.
And you guys can mirror this exactly. So as it's working, like I would just take what Dave's doing and mirror this exactly if you're not sure from there.
So now it's looking
Look at this.
It's pulling in the feeds from my Loud AF account.
Right. So Dave's already preceded his account with the feeds that he likes. So it knows that this is what he's curated. So what do you need, like 5 to 30 minutes to go curate what you guys like, and then pull from those. And,
Exactly.
and I'll talk about getting you a list of all that here as a little bit as a bonus. So don't worry about that.
So what's cool is you can use the feeds within your Loud AF account, but you can also give Claude here a big list of websites and URLs where there's content that's relevant to whatever you happen to want to create content about, right?
So yeah, one of my clients is the insurance space. We went and grabbed all the big insurance blogs out there.
Okay, so I told it that I'm going to use, I picked the ones that I wanted for my Loud AF account, but I said, hey, I want to give you, a bunch of URLs too. So I got it. I'll check the Social Media Examiner as your main feed. And yes, go ahead and drop a list of URLs whenever you're ready. And so I've also got another little tool for you guys that I want to give you for those who join us. Okay. Let me go back here to my Loud AF account and I want to go.
How many people are not sure where to go, what directories to find? If you get in with us with Loud AF, we'll just announce the bonus now. We're going to give you a marketing source directory of up to almost 100 hand-picked, selected, verified content sources that are specific to you. Never worry about where am I going to get content again. You can use the tools with the feeds, or you can also connect Claude to these directories as well.
Yep. So here we go. We'll give you access to this, but what this is a curated list of content sources for agency growth, AI,
and you can see which one Dave's likes because he's hard at them all. So go hard the ones that Dave's hard at.
AI tools and AI news and tool directories, CRO and landing pages, digital marketing and growth, email marketing and newsletters, Facebook groups. So these are a bunch of Facebook groups that talk about content that we like, Facebook pages, content on lead generation, local SEO and marketing, marketing news and daily digest. So these are like newsletters, PPC and paid advertising, reputation and reviews.
Ooh.
I should add the Reviewly blog in there. I forgot about
You're
that.
killing me. You're killing me right now. You have 97 pieces of content because Dave hates me.
SEO and search marketing. You get the point, right? So you can go through these. You can go look at them. Find the ones that make sense for you. So not all these may not all make sense for you. When you heart them, it favorites them. And if you click on this little black thing down here, look at this. Now you can it puts all the links into a list for you, and you can just copy this, and we'll come back into Claude and say, yeah, look at that. Go check these sites out, Claude.
Okay, while this is doing this, I swear, here, I don't want to actually know. Dave, I'm gonna send. Can you, if I send you a Slack, can you pull up a screenshot?
Yeah.
Of an image. I'm gonna send you a screenshot. This literally came in at 10:47, 5 minutes ago. This came in from one of my staff, and this is one of my staff that works at a client of mine. And I know the owner, so I'm not really worried about showing this. They're posting content at 13,000 views and 1,300 views. Because they're getting Loud AF, they're getting more and more reach from this. So I just sent Dave. You can also probably pull up my images from yesterday too. By doing this and implementing it while Claude's doing the work behind the scenes, like Malik just sent me this. So we are getting results not only for ourselves, but for clients. Now we're balancing different pieces of content, right? But because we got Loud AF, when we start posting to that page, now the reach that we have has been magnified from there. I don't know if you pull it up, but don't worry about it.
There you go.
13,000 views, 1,300 views. And this was all just stuff that we put out in the last couple days. So yeah, this is reach. So this is a client, right? So they're using the pieces of content from here to generate viewership and audience, and the algorithm picks up so that when he actually runs our advertising stuff, it then gets picked up. How many people want, 15,000 people to see your client, right? That guy's extremely happy with me.
That's awesome.
That came in literally 5 minutes ago while we're on the call. So if you guys don't think we use this on a day-to-day basis, that should show you some of the stuff that we're doing.
Is my screen still sharing for you?
You're good. Let's go.
Cool. So now it consumed all those links, right? And it's asking me what kind of content do you want me to create for you? So what I like to do is I say, you decide what's best based on the type of content. So the AI is smart enough to kind of match the format that will work best with the content piece, right? How much content do you want me to create each time this runs? Let's say for now, we'll just do like 3 to 5 pieces of content each time we run this.
Tim, how's it working with LinkedIn content? You can make posts right from there. And actually, we're going to show you my LinkedIn account and what it's doing as well. I just resent Dave my images from yesterday. Cool. So we pulled it up at the end.
So now it's asking me, I told it what types of content you decide in terms of what matches best with the type of content. Now it's like, we can also add tags for you for the saved pieces of content I'm going to save to your content library. So it's good to have the date. That way I know like, oh, this piece of content is from whatever date. So I'll choose date, but you can choose other ones and you can do custom. So it'll automatically add tags to these pieces of content in your Loud AF content library.
So how many people put me in the chat that you could answer these questions? Right. This is taking 10, 15 minutes or so as we go through. And obviously we're stopping and talking to you guys and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Could you just answer these questions? Are these difficult at all to go in? Right. Give me a yes or no if you could do this in the chat.
So now it's got all the information and it's doing a test run right now to see what sort of content it comes up with.
Right. And this takes a couple seconds. So Drew, while we're here and it's doing all the work, right? You guys be doing this at work, right? You could be doing this while watching Netflix, right? Drew, let's talk a little bit about the event that you spoke at earlier this week and, how it came to be and all of that, because this does take a few seconds.
Yeah. So essentially just following what Dave and you were talking about, Jeff, is posting consistently, using Loud AF more or less as a ghostwriter. And by the way, you can even take this content, if you're ever considering doing like short form videos and stuff, just use them as scripts, right? And go on there and just, record it as if you were writing and texting it down. And there you go. You have your short form video content that gets you more reps that are out there. And the event and many events are coming about simply by posting frequently and being consistent about it. And then just doing demonstrations of this kind of stuff at these types of conferences, at chambers and universities and all kinds of local stuff. And by the way, from that event that happened 2 days ago, that particular event, I've been on the call on the telephone nonstop, text messages, calls, invitations to go and speak at companies, about, some of the very, very basic AI solutions that are out there, including, I mean, I wouldn't say that this is basic, but when I showed them this particular tool, they literally proverbially lost their shit. Most of the customers and clients are out there, they have a hard time creating content for their pizza shops, for their landscaping businesses, for their art business, for website design and development. They have no idea how to create content at scale. And with this, for your newsletter operators, I mean, anybody doing newsletters, last night I was kind of stuck. There wasn't really a lot of stuff going on. I went right into the RSS feeds and found a plethora, so much content. I wouldn't even need to worry about it. Just all the content in the world is right at our fingertips if you add the right sources. And it was really remarkable. So thanks for asking.
Yeah, and you had what, 40, 50 people in the room, something like that?
Actually, there were 75 people in the room.
I love to undersell things. So 75 people. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah. So there we go. What did it take, a minute or two? And now you've got piece 1, piece 2, piece 3, piece 4.
So we'll say, obviously you can go back and forth with this and tweak it. There's going to be some websites that the AI can't access. There's little things you have to go back and forth with. But once
we're going to do that on the training. We'll do that part on the live training when we'll deep dive on the live training for speed purposes today. Let's pick one and let's move forward.
All right.
There's no middle A in library, dude.
It's just my bad typing, actually. Not.
I know. I type so fast too. I think I put Sue, not use, in my thing to a response before. I just like giving you crap.
So this is saving now to my Loud AF library. So we'll go. Let's go.
So scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the easiest, 5 being the hardest. How hard did that look for you guys to set this up? Yeah, fat finger the keyboard, right? 1 being easy, 5 being extremely hard, you can't do it. How difficult did that look, that process of 15, 20 minutes that we just took to set this up? Ken just said a 1. Brian said a 1. That's what we wanted to see. Great. 1. So this is going to be included. Yes, it will be. There's no additional charge for this. We're actually charging the public more for this, but if you're on this call, you're going to get a specific link for it. Got a 1.5, got a 2. I'm cool with that. I'm probably at 2 myself, right? Actually, I'm a 0 because I just handed it to Sebastian and Dom and Ben and Malik, but I got 4 people doing this for me. So this is in your account. It just got created a minute ago. There it is.
Automatically added it. See, it's tagged that it came from my MCP. It's got the date here, and here, click on it, right? Reopen in tool. Your competitors are using AI deep research. Here's how you can too. Boom.
Give me a love heart if you guys love how easy this is. Give me the little heart in there. I love Big Worker because I get to do all this cool stuff.
Here's a carousel. Now you can go back to the design step and you can change the color scheme and all that stuff.
You can put your own brand guide in here. We have one for Reviewly. We have one for the client, right? So put in your brand guide from here. Cheat code has been unlocked. Yeah, exactly.
Here's a post remix. So it's so easy.
And then the rest of this is the step-by-step that you can easily do with Loud AF.
Here's the next step, which is the question that it's waiting for me to answer. Want me to run this automatically every day? Yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Yes. Just go ahead and become me and post all the content based off of the 5 or 10 questions I just answered and schedule the task.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. Now, this is where Claude comes in by having Claude Cowork on your computer, Mac or PC, doesn't matter. It's going to then run this on a daily basis for you.
Yep.
Now, the way David does it is he likes the hands-on approach. It's going into a library. You can send those to them every day. You can wake up and ask your client if this content is acceptable to post, right? To get it approved or whatever you want to do. Or you can also set this on autopilot.
Yeah.
Where it just posts for you.
So it asked me if I wanted to schedule it. I said yes. And then boom, it's just a confirmation message here. Do you want to run it every day at 7 a.m.? Sure. Schedule. Okay. So one thing to consider is with Claude Cowork, and you're using the desktop app, in order for that scheduled task to run, your computer needs to be on.
Yes. That's the only thing.
Yeah. But not a big deal, because if it does happen to be closed or it doesn't, it doesn't run.
You wake up at 8 a.m. today.
Yeah. You can always come back in here to scheduled. And as you can see now, here it is, right? What's this one here? As this runs, you'll see like the different runs. Here's a different look at another one so today, yesterday, right? So as this runs, they'll just show up here, and if you click on one of these, it'll show you the content that it made. Or if for some reason like your computer was off and the scheduled thing didn't run, all you've got to do is click in here and click run now, and it will run.
Oh man, that's so hard to do.
but
yeah, so difficult. So my computer's always on. It only is off when I leave town. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but that's the gist of it. Can it be a little bit more detailed, nuanced? Sure. And we'll go through that. We'll kind of go through it slowly on live call next week. I'm not sure what day yet, because my schedule is a little uncertain right now, but
we'll do a deep dive into this and really answer all those really deep questions. We don't have a ton of questions coming in, but like, we'll make sure that like you guys are setting this up. Dave will make sure that you guys are answered, questions are good to go, and we'll go from there. So
yeah. Cool. I'm going to stop sharing now. Give me a sec here.
Cool. And we come back to actually here, I just gave you a couple more things in Slack. Let's show my growth right now that I sent it to you
Sure.
again. So like, I want to show you guys some case studies for me as well. Right. So 1,400 views on this, 88% of it non-followers. So I'm reaching 1,400 new people from there. I won't use the marker 1,500, almost 2,000 on this one. I don't remember which one was newer or older or whatever, but like 96%. Actually, I think that went out yesterday or 2 days ago. Yesterday. So that went 2 days ago, because I gave the 2 yesterday. Right. And it was published by Sebastian on my team. And he went out there. I literally, the only thing I had to do, because I'm still training him and some of the guys on the team of how I want the formatting to go from there. And this is my LinkedIn, right? Was I just QC'd it real quick. I'm building it so this is completely hands off. I will never think about posting content again because of this setup. Right?
Notice the format of the post.
Yep. And I use a different color because that's what Sebastian picked. So like, I know black probably works better, but we'll get to there.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. So, all right, let's pull up the slides again. Can we show the slides?
Yeah, let me.
Is there anything else you want to show before I take the slides back?
I'm just trying to find my my screen where you guys are, so I can stop sharing.
Now you have phone calls coming in. Oh my Lord, David!
Endless.
It's called "Do Not Disturb."
You're good.
Awesome. All right, so that's a live demo. Okay, where do you find the skill, David? We're gonna put that into the members area, I'm assuming, and we're gonna cover that on the live call as well. How cool is that? All right. Now, the outcome of what we just showed you is that you're gonna show up every single day without thinking about it, without stressing about it. Right? We'll call it 20 minutes. Right? Could you spend 20, if you're slow, 45 minutes one time to actually remove all of the roadblocks? Daily presence. You saw my upticks. You saw the views that I'm getting. And I'm not doing anything special. I'm not even selling Reviewly, right? Which is my main company with that. I'm building an audience. I'm building attention. I'm training the algorithm to pay attention to me because the algorithm wants me there every day. And if I don't show up, it's not going to show me. I'm going to remain silent. I'm going to say hidden, remain invisible. We just gave you the solution to no longer be invisible in your local market. You don't have to stress about it, right? You just have to go out there and do it. You don't have to batch things out. Like I had somebody literally on Sunday batching content, and it was like, all right, cool, Jeff, when are you going to figure it out? Like, don't worry about it. We never have to worry about it. As you saw, in the results between, I even showed you a client that just happened to pop up. Okay. My account, David's account. You saw the results that Drew got to be in front of 75 business owners. We're consistent. We're visibility. We're visible. What does that give us? It opens up the opportunities for you.
Yeah.
Right?
It's interesting, Jeff. Like when I started really going hard at this, I started getting messages from like friends from high school, family members who had no idea what I did or, you know, how I help people. And like they were inquiring about, hey, can I do this with AI or could this work for me? It's just really interesting to see that start to happen.
I actually sold an agency 2 weeks ago. Brand new agency, got its first deal. Actually, I might be interviewing here in like 90 minutes. Got his first deal in under 7 or 10 days in my system without having physical product or anything. And it was a friend of mine. And he's like, Jeff, I keep seeing your content every day. Like, what is it that you do? I'm looking for a way out, working from this hotel. I want to just, you know, I want to better myself, want to better my life. He's 28. You know, he's in Mexico, so he doesn't necessarily have all the opportunities that a lot of us have in the US and things like that. And he doesn't even need to make that much to survive, to be happy. And I was like, dude, get in there, go through the training. And guess what? He implemented it and he got results. He's like, dude, you're him. You're getting results. I'm like, all I'm doing is showing what I'm doing. That's it. I'm not doing anything special. I'm just putting in the effort. Well, a lot of us don't have time for that effort. We mean well. We want to do well. Yeah, I want to have a six-pack too, right? But I'm 48 and I'm trying to figure out how to get to the gym, things like that. This is the cheat code to be able to have the time, have the effort happen for you on autopilot. Because when you when you post consistently, your engagement increases, as you guys saw, your reach increases, and the inbound conversations happen. David is having conversations with folks that haven't talked to him in years, and he's reaching new business owners. Drew is getting invited to speak to groups of business owners. I'm closing new agency deals. 3 different people, 3 different sets of results. All of it is based on what our end game is, and because we're posting every single day. Now, the cost to this. Let's talk about the cost of staying quiet. Every day that you're silent, if you're not implementing this in the next couple days, it's going to compound. He's going to charge you daily with this as you go through. You're already paying a price. You just don't see the invoice. You've lost trust. You have hundreds of missed opportunities, and the invisibility is compounding for those of us that actually are taking action from there. And the action is set it up once and you can set and forget, or you can set and schedule. You got 2 paths that you can take with this from there. You guys can keep guessing of what you're going to post, how you're going to do it, what your thought leadership idea is going to be, or you can install a system. You can keep doing what you're doing. You can sit on this. If you already have Loud AF and you've meant to post, we've removed that hurdle for you. Join us next week on that live call, and we'll set this up with you. As we basically showed you the whole thing, but we'll answer any of those detailed questions from there. So you can keep doing what you're doing, or you can join us and install that system. There is no neutral here, right? You want to make sure that every day you are posting moving forward. So we're going to invite you. If you're new, go to loudaf.ai/MCP. We'll talk about pricing here in a second. If you already have Loud AF, our gift to you, and give us a heart for this, this is included in your account. When we told founders we will take care of you, we are building that love. We are building that connection with you guys and that trust that we will take care of you. There's nothing for you to buy today. We are trying to buy your effort so that you get results. That's what we're buying today. Now, if you're brand new, stop guessing. Start showing up every single day automatically. Okay. Tons of hearts just came in. Okay. If you could answer the 5 to 10 questions, you saw what they were. They are not difficult. They are not, give me a thesis, answer basic questions tied to the content engine. And then I would recommend for the first couple days, you approve the post. So you make sure that the voice matches. And then I would recommend, David may not do this, set on autopilot, where you just wake up and guess what? You made a post. You got comments, you got shares, you got likes. You can get that at the button at the on the screen for the big marker here, or go to loudaf.ai/MCP. Right? Art says, can't thank you enough. Okay. Right. This is a gift. Yeah, it is. It actually does look fun. And we're removing the overwhelming part. And look, if you thought Claude Code and all that stuff was really difficult, and I did too. Okay. We just showed you exactly how to do it. There should be no doubt in your mind that you can do it. The highest number on the scale of 1 to 5, 5 being hard, was a 2. And I told you I'm a 2. We're doing it. You can do this. 20 to 30 minutes, one time, dominate your niche.
Well, I like to be able to log in to LoudAF and just open up that content library and see about 10 different pieces of new content each morning and pick and choose. I like that one. I like this one. Let's do that one. And 3 or 4 of them I post, and I'm done for the day.
Yep.
That's it. You know, like, and then, yeah, as Jeff said too, if you want to get crazy, you can just have Claude just schedule them for you right inside LoudAF, or post them right away to your socials. Go for it. But that's the whole key. That's what helps. You don't actually have to use the software.
Yeah.
Claude is using it for you, and,
yeah.
and setting it all up for you and creating the post for you. And then you could just log in, go to your library, take a look. That one, nah, I don't like that one. Let's do this one. Boom. Delete the rest. Done for the day. Move on. Get to the real work at hand.
So you don't now have to go and hire somebody as a virtual assistant. You have a digital virtual assistant or an AI virtual assistant doing all of this for you. And over the next 6 months, you're going to start to be seen everywhere, just like we are, right? Or you could be sitting there wondering, I should have been posted. I should have taken advantage of this from there. I don't care if you're an agency, SaaS founder, you own a major 8-figure firm. You need to be posting on a day-to-day basis. All 3 of those examples are using this, and they're seeing success. We just showed you some of them right here on the call. You will become a trusted authority. You will have inbound leads. Everybody always talks about agencies, cold outbound, cold outreach, all this stuff. And yes, we do it. Okay. I'm spinning up a call center this summer for one of my companies. Okay. I do outreach, but the best leads are the ones that book themselves, the ones that DM me and go, I saw this. Can we talk? Right? Those deals close faster because the trust is already built. And you now have access to a content engine that never stops running. No willpower, no hard effort on your part. Spend 30 minutes one time copying, pasting, answering 5 or 10 questions, and you can get all of that at loudaf.ai/MCP. We're offering it at the founder's rate right now. The public rate has gone up, but if you go to this link during the time, you're going to see the best deal that you will ever see on this.
Do not buy from our main web, loudaf.ai. Do not go there because the price is $20 more per month.
Yep. Go to /MCP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yes, you do need to have Claude Cowork to make this work, Bob. And we're going to walk you guys through as we get it from there. And then David, we'll pick a day and we'll invite all the members on from there as we go in. I don't know if I can hammer this any harder into each and every one of you on this call. The 3 of us are using it, and I'm using it 4x over. I can give you 4 names: Sebastian, Ben, Dom, Malik, all on my team. All have set this up. And when I showed what David showed to me, to them, because I waited a couple days when David said it to me, I'm like, yeah, cool. He's like, dude, get your guys on this. I gave it to them. They were like, holy shit, this is the coolest thing ever. Malik's like, dude, you just saved me hours a week of work.
Yeah, it takes 90% of the workload away.
We removed the hardest part of being Loud AF, which is the first couple steps every day. No longer do you have to worry about figuring out what you're going to post. It already knows what to look for from there. And you, Mark, you can add as many clients as you want inside of your own software.
Yeah, I mean, there's not like client portals and all that stuff. You just create content for your client within the platform. You can give your clients a unique tag within your content library. That way,
and we'll cover that on the training call.
Yeah.
So we'll show you how to manage multiple clients at once. And Dave, if I think we can, actually, I think I gave my client their own login because I didn't want Malik in my account. But yeah, we're using this. Okay. And then Dave, we give them the task file and things like that. We're going to give it to them next week, or do you have where do you want to put that downloadable link or whatever?
There's good in your Loud AF dashboard. There is down at the very bottom on the sidebar. There's a menu item that says courses. There will be one in there for MCP, how to use MCP with Loud AF. Within that course area, I will add the skill. I'll add the a video with instructions and all that stuff. It'll be there probably about the end of the day today.
Yeah, and then Janice just asked if we have it. Do we need to buy again, or do we need to click? Like, no, it's going to be in your courses section, the bottom left hand side. You guys should all use it from there. Give Dave a little bit of time to put it in there because we didn't want to just put that in and have people doing stuff before we release this publicly to each and every one of you. And like this is new within the last couple weeks. This is how I don't say bleeding edge, but this is how leading edge we are with the technology out there. There's not many folks that are doing this right now. You guys will get all of this included. If you're a current member on the annual or monthly plan, this is coming with your account. We're adding this to your account. We could probably have charged you a couple $100s for access to this, which I mean, we could argue that we were stupid for it, but we're buying your loyalty and we're buying your usage of this. So if you're new, go to loudaf.ai. Don't forget /MCP. And then we're going to get you guys in. And Tim says it's a super upgrade, guys. Yeah, it is from there. That's all the big stuff on this. Do not miss out on this. Yeah. Save a couple $100 on our next offer. Wait till next week, Owen. But yeah, I got one for you. But actually, that one's gonna be killer too. But the big thing with this is the next 6 months, getting yourself set up. Don't be forward thinking the next 6 hours. Think about what this will do and compound. I showed you what it did to my accounts in just a very short period of time. Missed a good portion of this, assuming there's a replay. Yeah, there will be. We'll put it out there and we'll repost and all that great stuff. You do not want to miss out on this opportunity. You do not want to miss out on this offer. We've basically created you as a thought leader in your niche, in your industry, so that you can stand out above everybody else in the crowd and you can be present, you can be visible, and you can be loud AF about your business on autopilot. That is the best gift that we could give you guys as part of this. You're going to get the content directory as well, with not 96 but 97 sites, David, to include my blog, so that you guys can go pull high quality content and go from there. Drew, David, anything else that you guys want to add on this call before we wrap up?
And Drew and I know are definitely like friends with a lot of you on Facebook, and I want to see the content that you guys are creating.
We'll like it and share it if we see it. I'm not on there a lot.
Up in my feed. Yeah. Like I really do enjoy that. And I like people within our industry and people who are like-minded in terms of what we do and how we help people. I love to see them sharing content and educating and creating content for themselves.
Yeah, absolutely.
So. Brian just asked an interesting question. He said, will you talk about what to charge clients, like ballpark? Because I know you're different.
I said the training call. I want to do that on the training call.
Yeah, it's a great topic. So look out for that training. Jeff is really amazing with that kind of stuff. If you're kind of stuck in that kind of stuff, there's all kinds of different ways to price this and more. So be on the lookout for that. I think that's worthy of another training call.
Yeah, and Bob, this was made for your agency, but when we first launched it, I was like, oh, can I sell it to clients too? So that's why we talk about it. And I actually have clients on here. I'll see if I can get permission to maybe show you some of the stuff that we're doing with them. I already kind of have permission. I'll just double check. And I'll make sure that Malik's doing what I am teaching you guys. He's not doing off some weird stuff because I have to confirm. But yeah. And then you can use it for newsletters, agencies, clients. Yes, just get loud AF about your business.
I'll tell you, with the new skill there that we're going to give you access to, you kind of do have like a real kind of onboarding process that you could take a client through. You can create a form where you go and collect all of the, the destinations online, the websites, the blogs, the newsletters, the industry websites that have the content that's applicable to that particular client and their customers. And you really could, in a very easy way now with the MCP, set this up as a service for, small businesses.
Yeah, absolutely. I've done it for not necessarily, well, they're a small business, but they're not small. They're a national company, but it works well for there. So awesome. We will see you guys on the live. Dave and I will see you guys on the live call. I don't know if Drew's gonna be able to make it or not. I don't even know the schedule. We'll figure it out. But
that's Q&A, I think, to go.
Yeah, we'll do a Q&A, get you guys on. We'll talk a little bit about it. We'll answer your questions, and then really it'll be heavy on the tech side. And then the second half will be we'll just answer your questions of what we're doing from there.
Do we have time to go through a few Q&A questions here?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, I totally. I'm in the chat. I'm not in the queue. Oh wow. Okay, I missed those. Sorry. This is a big marker thing.
What AI models does it accept our keys from? You don't have to use your keys in Loud AF. It's all, you're using our keys basically. So all you have to do is log in and start using it. If you're using Claude, you would need at least like a Claude, I forget what their $20 a month account is, at least that to get started.
Yep.
But from our side, you don't need any keys to use the content generation in Loud AF.
Yeah.
As I said, we'll add that to that course area in the Loud AF dashboard, probably sometime later today. Can you talk about the GHL integration? Yeah, it's super simple. If you are using GHL for scheduling, you can actually create content in Loud AF. And if you connect it within your integrations and your settings, when you click the schedule button in one of your content pieces, you can select GHL and you can send that content to be scheduled or queued within your GHL account.
And there's training in the app on how to do that already. And we do have native scheduling. So you can either go at GHL or you can do it on your own.
Yeah. What platforms does it post to, and can it post to all at one setup? Or right now it's Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter's coming soon. They're kind of a pain in the ass with their API. So yeah. So can this populate email campaigns? Not email campaigns really, but you could do blog posts because it creates long form content.
Yeah, you would put that in your scheduled library and then take it from there. It's not going to auto publish a blog for you. This is for the social content.
It's really for social, yeah. For the post on your Facebook personal profile, yeah. So one thing to note is that Facebook does not give you the ability via API to post to your personal Facebook page. So yeah, I just copy and paste. That's it.
Yeah. So this is funny. David's yelled at me for this before. I actually posted my Facebook page for my Jeff Hershey page and my Reviewly company page. David posted his personal profile. So
yeah, and I didn't for a long time because I was apprehensive about, because I use that to post pictures of my kids and stuff for my friends and family. And you know what? I just kind of put all that aside and said, fuck it. Like, I don't care. And man, the results I've gotten posting to my personal profile page compared to like a business page, there's no comparison. So all of you, I'd really recommend, if you go into the settings in your Facebook account, switch your personal profile to a professional profile.
There you go.
It helps increase the amount of views and engagement that you'll get from posting.
Yep.
I'll show you how to do that on the training too.
And there's an affiliate program inside of Loud AF already with the earn and learn button. So yeah, it's already set up. Every single one of you, the moment you have a Loud AF account, are an affiliate, and it's very easy to find it. There's a pop-up and it says refer and earn up top.
Can we have our, Tim, you can.
Yep. Yeah, we covered that. Yes.
Yep. No.
It does not do videos right now, but hang out a week, I might have something for you that helps with that. So, not with Loud AF though.
Can we pull in Medium articles? Not currently, but we can look into that. And now schools lock. I mean, you can't. School's a lockdown ecosystem, so I can't. It can't.
Yeah, there's so much better content out in the world on the blogs and the feeds and things like that I wouldn't. Yeah, I'd stay out away from that. Medium might be possible though.
So would you use Cowork to post directly through Loud AF?
Yep.
It's up to you, man. You can do whatever you want. You can send your content to GHL and schedule it off that way. We have native scheduling. So you can, Cowork can see what accounts you have connected within the native scheduling in Loud AF, and it can just schedule right to them for you. It's up to you. What was the voice input? That's just the voice input on my native.
He had a microphone and he just basically clicked on the microphone on Claude. That was it.
That's it. Yeah.
It's faster than typing.
Sorry, how much of this needs the integration with Loud AF to find the feeds or Cowork? The key is that Loud AF is built with frameworks all built into it already. There's no thinking involved. The thread, the carousels.
Just do it the way that we showed you. That's the fastest, easiest way.
Yep. And then it's all, organized within your content library with tags. You're not filtering through a feed in like a Claude chat or a ChatGPT chat, which can be messy.
Yep.
How much do you spend each day, a week on this? Honestly, Brian, usually I do this when I have coffee in the morning before my kids go to school, before they get up. I'll open up my computer. Usually or the computer's open already because I have it running on one that's just always on. And I just open up that scheduled task, or I'll go into my library in Loud AF, take a look at what Claude created, and I'll pick what I want, post that stuff or schedule it, and I move on. So like 10 minutes, maybe.
Content gatekeeper, that's putting it in the library. Yep. And then you would be the stress test. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Watching what he's showing now, using other content videos to make posts. Would love to see ideas demoed.
Join the training, Connie. We'll talk about that on next week's call for sure.
Yes.
Look, I'm concerned with all that stuff too. This is going to connect to run with Loud AF and pull that data. It's not accessing my Gmail, my cards, nothing. This is a contained system.
It has access to the file, so Claude Cowork will have access to your file system on your computer. It's just for basically when it creates content, it saves a file in a folder on your computer, and that's how it's accessed. So it's really not like it's
not touching anything sensitive on your computer. There you go. Yeah. I look, I was really worried about that too, Connie. And I've got friends that, when first Claude Code came out and Claude Open Claw or whatever it was prior, people were like, oh, it was buying things from me. Look, those guys were idiots that were out there trying to push the system to get attention. That there's no common use and they made no freaking money doing that. This is an actual theoretical into implementation process that only creates its own little folder and it tells itself what to do. That's it. It's not going to access anything else on your computer.
Do you let it do groups you add in?
Oh, like inside of our own groups and stuff? Claude, that's outside of this Loud AF discussion. Yeah. So no.
Nope.
That's it. $39 a month for this group only. Right? Yeah. So it's 59 publicly right now, and it's bound to go up again from there. GBP posting, maybe.
Possibly.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain in the ass we're working on.
We're trying to keep things where it's simple and easy, right? We got the biggest category leaders for thought leadership.
So if you're posting to GHL, if you connect GHL inside of Loud AF, it will show you whatever platforms that you've connected in GHL, and you can post to all of them.
Yeah,
right.
That might be the hack. So I don't post through GHL. I only post through Loud AF. So there is training. It's in the members area under courses. And then, yeah, I think I have a thing in school too where the replays are in there. But if you stay in the product, that's where it is, or my school group. I have a Loud AF folder for that. So,
Yeah, I think that's it, guys. On the questions.
cool. Awesome. Dave, thanks for building this.
Yeah.
It's been amazing.
And just to show everybody where that is.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
in your Loud AF account, right down here, it says courses. It's the very last item. There are some course. We'll be adding the MCP kind of video overview course in here, probably sometime later today. But there's a Loud AF 101. This takes you through all aspects of using the platform. We've got
that's beautiful.
Local Facebook group post takeover. This is how you can actually, if you wanted to offer this as a service for clients, this is a way to attract clients. And then we have like kind of a Loud AF master class. This was a live call that we did where we kind of went over all aspects of the platform. So this is where you will find all the MCP stuff when we add it in here later. Okay.
Cool. Awesome. Let's go back over the chat and see if anything came in the meantime. Yeah, we're not talking about Pittsburgh and Philly. Have you guys lost your idea what sleep is yet? I sleep from 9:30 till about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning. So I sleep quite well because AI has accelerated the time that I get back in my life from there. So Steve, we actually do sleep. I don't know about Dave, but that's me. And then sometimes I hear my wife and the dogs and everybody up earlier than me, and I still am like, all right, cool, I'll get up when I get up from there. This is included, Kenneth, with your account if you already have a loudaf.ai account. So you're definitely really late to this call because we said it a bunch of times. If you're new, go to this link. If you're not, this is all included in the system for you. So that's it.
How do we do, guys? You guys find this to be useful? I think give us a number 5 in chat, a high 5 before we wrap things up in a minute or two. Love to get your quick thoughts on what David and Jeff put together today.
Yeah,
nice, cool,
awesome. You guys love it. Oh, great! I got one of my wife's hairs in my face now. Oh, one of my wife's hairs was in my hat. It just went in my mouth. For the highest 5, cool. We could have charged you guys for this upgrade, and we decided not to. We wanted to give back a little bit. We had the opportunity to. And the real goal is usage. We want you using this app, and we're going to train you on how to use it and have everybody. We want to see 50 to 100 of you on that call live, setting things up and making your first post, and we'll have you sharing it while we're on the call.
I want to see my Claude API bill explode from all the usage on the platform.
Yeah, that's our
Claude is behind the scenes creating content. That's the API engine behind Loud AF. So I want to see my bill rise from all you guys logging in and using it.
So yeah, that's the thank you guys can give us. Mark, it's going to be in there at the end of the day under courses from there. Stop stepping away, guys. Just kidding. Cool. Click the acclaim offer. It still says 59. Go to loudaf.ai/MCP. And if you have any other issues with it, just email support@loudaf.ai and we'll make sure you guys get the right link and all that stuff from there.
It actually says don't click at the get started button at the top. Scroll down to
scroll down on the page. Yeah, that's it.
Tables.
Yeah, this is a secret page for you. So that's probably why. So lots of 5 still coming in.
Do not go to loudaf.ai, our main page, and join from there because it's $59 a month. Go to the link loudaf.ai/MCP. Scroll down to the pricing tables, pick monthly or annual, and you'll have the discounted special offer pricing.
Yeah. And Kat said she appreciates us not raising the price. Some marketers do it all the time. Look, there are times where the development costs and all the stuff you've got to charge, right? I've done it. I did it for the upgrade for Reviewly last month. We had 6 months worth of development into it from there, but we had the opportunity with this one. It made sense for us to give back to you guys from there. So
yeah, one more promise that we want you guys to do. Once you're in here, like after you go through the training that Dave and Jeff are going to do next week, we want to see you. We're going to be watching you guys. We want to see your content just go crazy on Facebook and the Instagrams and the LinkedIns of the world and all that kind of stuff. We're paying attention to you.
Yep.
We're paying attention to you. And if we're paying attention to you, your customers and your future customers are paying attention to you. And listen, if you do this for yourself, you just get this done for yourself and you just like let it run, your customers are going to see it. And then you can do it for them and get paid for it like over and over and over again in the background and have your AI employee doing it for you, right? Like you want to get really, really loud and then see the results that Jeff was getting, like the ones that he just showed you for his customers and clients. Do you think that they're not going to love you for it? Make sure that you're on this call next week. If you're a Loud AF member, if you're not, get in, check it out, get it, start using this for yourself.
Yeah.
And you'll kill it.
You'll be kicking yourself in 6 months from now. So don't be that guy. Don't be that gal. So, all right, final call. If you are already a member, this is included in your actual account. It will be live by the end of the day or by the end of the week. We'll give Dave 24 hours or so. I know you guys are itching to get in there. We'll do a live training next week. Dave and I will deconflict our calendars and kids and all other stuff from there. And then if you are brand new, click on the button if you're on the webinar live with us right now. If not, go to loudaf.ai/MCP and scroll down the page. That is going to be your Easter egg secret pricing to get in at the original price and get everything we just showed you today. Dave, Drew, thank you so much for coming on and joining us. Everybody that's on this call, you just got access to something that's going to potentially change your outreach, change your authority, and change your agency and your life. You have the opportunity to do it. All you have to do is answer 5 or 10 questions, spend 20 minutes setting this up one time, set it on autopilot, and you are good to go. Everything you need to be Loud AF is inside of this system to get yourself in front of your audience. And we will show you exactly how to set everything up on the first live training call next week. I'll answer all your questions on sales and what we do and all that kind of stuff on that call. I know a few of them came in today. Some we answered, some we deferred. We will get answers to each and every one of you, so do not miss out on that. And we will record it. There will be a recording posted for this for anyone that's answering. Ask that question. There's your answer. loudaf.ai/MCP. Scroll down, click on the link to get the special, and we'll see you guys on the inside.